Okay, this is what I use to get to the rear mounting bolt on the original header, the Allen that goes across with the captured nut in the top of the muffler mount, which is up to there. Okay, you don't have to use a T-handle, it's just what I like. Sorry, I'm doing this by myself as usual. So you could use a 3/8 ratchet, another extension. I like the wobbly that is very concave and short. That still gives you enough wobble without having to have a universal joint one that's a pain. You need a 6mm. Make sure it's in good condition. The tip or new Allen. Okay, see how that gives you a nice angles without binding. Okay, and when you're going to break loose the top mounting bolt, you want to come right through here. Yeah, it comes right through here. It'll go right to that bolt. You can get it started perfectly. Hold it inward. Make sure it's fully seated. It breaks like breaks right loose and comes right out. So that's a tip on what to use to remove the rear bolt. Now let's go over to the header. I already have it off over here because my wonderful computer did an update. When I had my camera card in the computer, I lost 2 videos that were very good before I put the new header on. So I'm just going to make another one, do the best I can with it already off the bike. So here's the mounting bolt we were just talking about in the back. This is one of the easiest pipes to remove. Okay, unbolt the stock mounting bolt first here. Heat shield can stay on, or you can take it off. Use 10mm socket, back the clamp clear off. Take this off first. It's pretty self-explanatory, duh, right? It slides right off. The gasket usually will stay in the pipe. Okay, and then when you remove the O2 sensor, right now I'll show you the little separate video I just did on that. Let's put it in right now. Okay guys, as mentioned in the stock header removal tip video that I lost when the wonderful computer did an update, the O2 sensors back in the new 4-2-1 that I already installed. But I'm just going to show you this because this is kind of handy. Before you take the O2 out of the stock header, put a felt pen mark on it and the bung. Pull this out of the little clip so you have a little more slack in the wire. Pull the sheathing back and then use your 22mm wrench and break it loose. And then what you can do, there's plenty of slack here. You're not going to hurt the wire, so you don't have to unplug it up top to remove it. The thread depth is not that much. Whoops, sorry. So when you unthread it, that way you can count your turns, you know, with the wire shielding, how it's going to twist up a little bit. And then when you go to put this in your new header, you do the same thing. You let it relax, then you turn it counterclockwise, the turns that you make a note of that it came out, because that's not going to really matter header to header. To be real close, it's only where the first thread's cut, right? So that's just a little tip, and then the wires would be all nice and relaxed when you put it in, and then you lightly snug it. Make sure the gasket's under it in this header too. Alright, so that's the tip on that. And then put this back, put it in, put it back in the little clippy, and that's back in there. Alright, that's just a little tip, and sorry these are all cobbled together. Like I say, I had a major problem. I lost 3 videos. I have to redo one now, kind of at the wrong sequence. Alright, thanks for watching, and this is just a helpful tip. Okay, now that you know how to take out the O2 sensor and mark it, and the sequence to put it back in, up on the top here, what I like to use, let me grab my tool again, it's across the room. Okay, bear with me. We're going to use the same wobbly I just showed you. Okay, with the 12 millimeter 6-point socket on the wobbly, short wobbly, with just a standard extension, maybe 6 to 8 inch long extension. Okay, you could also use, these are the tools I'm going to lay out. Alright, so what's beauty about this is they're totally accessible, very easy. Radiator doesn't have to be moved. Radiator guard, if you have one, at least the one I have, the Evotech, nothing's in the way. It's cake. So you get up in there and you just go ahead and get on the nuts, the wobbly reaches, break them all loose, take them all one at a time, leave the rear, break the rear bolt loose already and back it out a little bit, but don't remove it yet. You can take all the nuts off by hand, and then maybe leave one nut on this side, on number 4, so that's an easy one to get to. And you can either have a helper hold it, or you can put something under the header to support it a little bit. Remove the rear bolt, remove the last one, drop the thing down as a complete assembly, and you're done. And that's pretty much removing the stock Z900RS or Cafe header. Cheers.